Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The assistant and me today are going to set up this two-person teepee style tent and see what it's all about. It's a little windy today, so I don't know if I'll just voice this over or whatever, but let's get it set up. Okay, so the tent's set up. We put in most of the tie downs and the stakes, but not all the ones in the back. So it might be a little bit tighter if you stake it all out. But I'm probably gonna stake them all out off camera because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I might leave this up tonight and just see how it deals with rain and stuff. So let's go inside. We'll check out the outside first and we'll go inside. Okay, so the first thing here is there are 3 windows all the way around, so it's this real thick plastic. On the inside it looks like you can tie it up, but then we're not sure what this is down here. There's a flap down here that looks like it rolls up. Assistant, do you want to see what happens there? Is that Velcro or zipper? What's underneath those black straps, the black parts? Oh, they're zippers. Okay, zip that up.
Oh, Velcros and zippers.
Velcro and zippers.
Just for them to make sure. And I just saw what it was.
Okay, so
it's a screen.
It is a screen. Oh, okay, that's good for ventilation. So roll that up. Roll it up and see these toggles here?
Yep.
It goes around that toggle.
Okay.
Roll it up tight. Okay. So there's one there, and it looks like you don't have to. So you can tie it up like this, or it looks like it also has stakes, so you can have this open and pull it out so that rainwater doesn't get in and you can still get ventilation through. That's kind of cool. It's got a rain cap on top and then a bunch of guy lines all the way around. That's what gives it its structure, right? This is the main door. Looks like there's only one door. You got another window over here and another vent at the bottom. And then another window in the back and another vent at the bottom. That's cool. This thing's gonna be super well ventilated.
Maybe it could be a 3-person one. So like one person could be at that window, one person could be at that window, and one person can be at the back window.
Yeah. All right, you wanna open the door and let us in? Alright, let's go inside and see. So, on the inside, it looks like the doors can fold back, or they roll back, and then there is a screen door that does close. So, it does have a screen door that closes, and the door flaps fold back. Here's one example of one of these windows. So it does have hooks. Okay, so that's how you close it. So there's little elastic hooks and loops here. I'm trying to do this one-handed.
I'll get the other one.
You get that one? So that's nice. It closes up nice for privacy at night. Very cool. This has a, let me sit on one side. My legs are all the way out. The assistant sit all the way over to the other side. Yeah, so this is supposed to be a 2-man tent. You could fit
4 or 5 kids in here.
Probably 4 people in here comfortably. But yeah, this is going to be real nice for the scout camp I got coming up here in a few weeks. I'm gonna be in here by myself. It's gonna be nice and toasty in here. So if you hook 2 hooks on there, it kind of makes a little pocket. I don't think that's the intention.
I think you should put it up there to like if you need like important stuff like toilet paper, toothbrushes.
You know what this could probably be for is a actually hold the hook, show the hook. So I think what this is for is like hang like a light or something. So it's like a gear hang.
What's this for?
I don't know what that's for. It could be to hang a light on.
They can roll up if you want to keep your windows up.
Right, so that's kind of nice. You could still see outside. You get all this ventilation from the screen down below. With a couple of those open, it'll be really warm in here, or you'll get a lot of airflow through here, which is real nice. And then it's nice being able to pull those windows down at the end of the night and have your privacy. This is pretty cool. I like this. I'm gonna take this on my next camp trip with the scouts. I'm gonna have a chair set up in here. I'm gonna be reading my book at night. This is gonna be nice. I'll have my cot set up. This is gonna be very, very cool little setup. I like it so far. So I'll let it sit overnight. I'll let it get wet in the rain tomorrow, and then I'll give a good review, see how did it stay dry. This ground mat is real thick, like tarp material. So I'm assuming that'll stay pretty dry. But what it doesn't have is a traditional rain fly on a tent that pulls the rain away from the tent. This is gonna, any rain that hits this is gonna run down the side and either come under you or whatever. So I don't see that as being too big of a problem with this tarp material, but I'm not sure how it'll handle with big rain. So we'll keep it up till tomorrow, let it get wet in the rainstorm and see where it goes from there. Want to roll that tent, that window up there, assistant?
Yes.
Nope, remember that toggle, there's a strap underneath.
Oh.
That strap comes over, and then the toggle goes through the hole like a button. Perfect, good job. All right, what do you think of this tent?
I think it's really cool, and I think we can fit 4 people or 5 people in here. And maybe, like, I think, like, you could fit, like, 3 people in here.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there's 3 windows, so, like, one person could be, like, right here. So then they're, like, running yet. And then the other person can be, like, here.
Mm-hmm.
Put all their stuff around them. And the other person can be right here. And then I think a 4th person could be like by the door if they want, because I think like you have right now.
Hang on, let me roll around here to the door. Okay.
I think how you like have right now, like for the person, because like it's like a window right there, window right there, window right there, screen, screen, screen. So they have a giant screen and then window basically.
Yeah.
And then they could sleep right here. So like I think 3 kids could sleep in here because parents are gonna take like half of the space up. So I think like parent, kid should be in here.
So I'm laid flat out right now. I'm not touching the one side with my feet. I've got tons of room for my head, and literally you could fit another person next to me, another person next to them, and another. So you could fit 4 full-grown adults in here, no problem. For reference, I'm 5'10", 5'11"-ish on a good day if I stretch. So a 6-foot person could fit in here easily. This is, so far this is pretty nice. So as you can see, all the seams are taped. Every single seam is taped well. So I'm assuming this was no problem as far as waterproofness goes, but we'll see after the storm tomorrow. You can see up in the top, you can remove that rain cover, is optional. If you do take it off, it would be a screen straight up and would also probably let a significant amount of heat out of here. So it is warm in here right now. It's 50 degrees out today. The sun is shining and it is probably 75 in here right now, just from setting it up. So it does let a lot of that solar heat in. So it would stay warm in the cooler days. In the summer, this thing may be a little hot. If it's not rainy, you could take that top off and let a lot of heat out probably through that upper screen. And as well as if we had all 3 vents open at the bottom, I bet we would get a lot of airflow through here. So let's set up the other air vent, but let's set it up to be stretched out so that we can see what that looks like and not just rolled up like that one. One thing I did notice that is kind of a downfall is there are no like mesh or netting or any type of pockets for storage in this tent. So that kind of sucks. I would like at least one net or something hanging down to offer some kind of storage option to put stuff in to keep it off the ground. It's okay, but it is what it is. And I think I'm sitting here looking, and there, if you can see up there, there's a hook on the pole. I was wondering what that was for originally. I thought maybe it's for a lantern or something. You could put like a light in here. I'm also wondering if you could hang like a backpack off of that, so that way you've got hanging storage with your backpack on there. This pole is pretty stout, so I think it would hang that no problem. And that looks like a fairly heavy gauge wire that it could hang. You could hold some pretty significant weight on it. All right, so let's go out and let's set up this outside window. All right, so here's what it looks like with the outer door flaps tied back. And then you've got your zippered door. It also does zip at the bottom. I've just got one side zipped here, for example. The other side's loose. So you can zip them independently and then have like half your screen door open if you wanted to. So that's kind of cool.
Hello.
And then over here, I went to stake this out, and I noticed, so it does have this flap, it does have a zipper to zip this, and then it has another zipper inside. So you can have this rain. So if you can see that zipper there, this is the secondary one that you can open. But you can leave it closed and stake this side out like that, and then the rain would come down and wash away, but still give you that ventilation for like a draft ventilation. That is pretty neat. I like that. Slack this off a little bit. There we go. Doesn't need to be that tight. No, that's pretty cool. Hey.
Yeah?
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Cool. Okay, so it's the next day. It has been pouring rain all night. We had freezing rain this morning. It's probably 30 degrees right now. It's still kind of light drizzling. I tried to show as much as I could of the water on the outside of the tent. I left the vents open all night long. The door was closed, and it is bone dry in here. I'm not going to touch the side of the tent because, you know, it's wet. But it is dry in here. There is no water, no drips or any type of moisture in here at all. It really, honestly, with the vents open too, it doesn't even feel too humid in here. So pretty impressed so far with this tent. So it is, there is one downfall though. without a rain fly or any type of awning over the door, coming in and out of the door during a rainstorm, you're going to get water in, right? Because of that, the way the angle of the teepee style tent is. So that's kind of a bummer. And I also thought last night too, there's nowhere to put like shoes and stuff outside of the tent and keep them protected from rain. So you're going to have to bring your shoes or any type of gear that you don't want to get wet overnight inside the tent. So that's kind of a downfall, but I think with maybe a small mat or something that you put down on the floor by the door, you can mitigate some mud or dirt and sand and stuff being brought inside the tent. It is pretty tall, but probably not tall enough that I could stand in the tent. So, but it is tall enough that I could definitely be on my knees and move around and get gear out, and I'm not like bumping my head. Where in my other tents, even bringing a cot, if I sleep on a cot, I can't sit upright in the cot without hunching down and, you know, so I don't smack my head on the top of the tent. So that is another bonus of this extra height, is that it's not going to hit you're not going to hit your head and stuff. So that is my first initial review of the tent. I haven't taken it camping yet. I will kind of give an update as I said, I've got a camp coming up here in a few weeks. So I'm going to go take it to that, and that's a few days at least with it. I'll give it another review. If I find anything wrong, I'll let you guys know. But as of now, initial impressions, I'm not seeing anything wrong with this other than the few things that I've called out. The door not really having any type of, you know, rain fly over the door. So getting in and out of the door in a storm or anything, you're going to get wet. You're going to bring moisture into the tent. Another downfall is there is a lot of stakes and guy lines to set this thing up. So it does carry a big footprint. It's probably a 10-foot diameter kind of footprint to it. So it does have a fairly large footprint to it, but that is nice. If you're coming with at least 2 people, you'll be very comfortable with 2 people in here and be able to fit some gear in here as well. So that is nice. The vents work very well from what I can tell. It got good flow through here. No rain came in through that open vent. So, and the windows seem to be dry as well. All the seams are taped, so everything is looking pretty good. So if you like this type of content, subscribe down below, give me a thumbs up, comment. Have you ever used a teepee style tent before? This is the first one I've ever had. I've had A-frames and dome tents and all kinds of different style, coffin style tents, bivvy style, I guess you call it. So, but this is my first teepee style tent that I've had, so I'm excited to use it and see what it's about. But I'd love to hear your comments as well. What do you think about it? So, and what should I try? What should I test it on at the next camp? What paces should I put it through? And we'll go from there. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next one.